now it's working. Wow.
Okay. Okay.
Little technical glitch.
A little technical glitch here. Hey, Freaky Friday. The music never sounded so good. There we go.
Thanks for the like, Flex.
Thanks for your faces.
Dissect everything. Analytics. This where the game gets real. Feel the data, hear the steel. Crunching numbers, calling plays. Running hot takes every day.
Wow. That was a weird start to the show.
That was weird. We were sort of like in the Twilight Zone here. Let me retweet us.
Well, no, because it worked perfect the next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, we're here. Thank you.
Thank you for your patience. Had like a little delay here.
A little bit of a delay, but thank you for joining us. This is Analytics This. I'm Lou Marconi at omarconi251 on Instagram and omarconi1973 on X. My friend and co-host at posh_Clevelander on X. You can follow her for all UFL stuff. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Before I forget, we got a shout out to the sponsor, allthatbutter.com. Click on the link in the description of the show. Use the promo code STEW, the number 15, Stu15 for 15% off your order. Beard butter, hair butter, and body butter. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Posh, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing, dear? I wish I was in Cleveland right now, but I've got some things coming up. Things coming up this weekend. I'll tell you more about it in the show.
Yeah, we'll hear about that. We got some UFL stuff that's tying in with the Browns. Some UFL. Is it Aviators specifically? Columbus Aviators that joined?
Aviators specifically. And, when we came together, you mentioned some injuries and Aviators filling in the hole.
Yeah,
so
and I'm going to camp tomorrow. I will see the friends from Bougie Sports. I hope to see Spider and First Lady. Ethan, hope to see Thorell from My Dogs podcast. Hope to see Q from his show. I hope to see everybody from Brown's Twitter there, including Yvette, Lana, Lysandra, all of them. I think Lana said she was going to be there. Ethan will be there with his son. So I don't know if Hemi's going to be there or not from the Gleam. But I did ask, I've been asking around, hey, my brother wanted to go too, but I don't think he'd last because it's going to be hot. It's going to be long. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's older than me, so I'm just teasing him. But he's, he wanted to. He thought, hey, if you get a chance to, I said, all right, I'll ask around. I mean, but no. So yeah, the 1:30, I'll be there and I'll be tweeting and stuff. And I think we're going to talk about what I want to look for, what I want to see, injury concerns. The Aviators joining the team. We're 8 days away from the first preseason game.
Wow. How about that Hall of Fame game?
That was interesting. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it was nice to see football again, even though it's Cardinals, Panthers, two teams I really don't care about, and they weren't playing starters, but it was nice to see football.
It was a great game. I did not see it live. Yeah, I did not see it live, but it was a great Canton football game. Everyone was showing. It was up to the minute. I saw some highlights, and for once, the Hall of Fame game had some fire to it, and those guys and UFL connection there. I'll mention later on. So the UFL was showing how they really matter once again. With Andre Schmidt helping us get our win, and once that Hall of Fame game shows once again, the UFL is here to stay.
Oh yeah. Well, the UFL is a great place for developing people that might need it. So I mean, it's a great, if you're not quite ready for the NFL yet, it's a good place to go and just kind of develop. In other words, hone in your
Exactly.
skills and do that.
Hmm.
So let's go into it because there were injury concerns. But you know what? I got to make a point. There's injuries around the league. And I remember seeing that the 49ers actually had 20 guys not practicing at one point. 20, 20.
That they need to check that out. Who is on their medical team? Play
I don't,
school nurses? I mean,
I don't know.
what is
I know,
what
well,
is going on there?
my three concerned players, Michael Hall, because he had injury concerns last year, he hasn't practiced. Carson Schlesinger, because I want to see him practicing, and Parker's Basley, he's the Ricky's center. We want him in there too. So um, those are the ones that I'm mostly concerned about. But you said I think because of the defense tackle room, because Malik Collins is on PUP, and we're short Michael Hall, and Mason Graham wasn't practicing until today. He practiced today, which is good. Um, wh- who joined? There's two defensive tackles from the Aviators. Is that correct?
We got a defensive tackle. We just picked up recently. Shout out, first of all, I want to shout out Columbus Aviator dude. Columbus Aviator dude. I was on while I was hurrying around. I happened to see his post. Shout out Columbus Aviator dude for the news. Defensive tackle Patrick Jenkins out of was a former Aviator was released by the Jets, and the Browns picked him up. He's a former Aviator, and I'm going to go ahead and this week we picked up wide receiver Rock Taylor, an Aviator.
And they injury designation waiver for Jamari Thrash.
Yes.
So that
That's
happened.
what I think that was in response to that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think he's a fifth round pick 2 years ago. Showed some promise. I also think that our with Boston and Concepcion alone, um, we're seeing already an improved play. So we'll see how it goes.
Now, Casey Concepcion, I think it was
Oh,
minor, a sprain, or something minor. I
no,
think it was,
yeah, he had a shoulder thing a while back, but he's out there. But nothing really,
yeah,
mi-
nothing minor. But
nothing major. Excuse me.
what are the specifics on Carson? You
I
sprung
have
the news on me while we were getting ready.
Well, no, he hasn't been practicing. They're saying nothing serious, but they're just resting him. He hasn't really practiced all week, so he might practice tomorrow. I'll look for him there. He might come out Monday.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the situation is or what the story is. So
Is it now? Is it like when Miles is out? Miles has been out for a couple of days for soreness. So, is it that sort of thing?
with
Is
the
it
Rams?
with the Ram? Yes, Miles has been out for a couple of days for soreness. Is it like caution? Maybe they're doing caution or something.
They Todd Monken's not really commenting on
Okay.
injuries. He's not. So I wish he was, but I don't know if he's going Stefanski-esque on it, but they can't. They don't really have to do an injury report till the first week. And I was
Okay.
just saying, I remember what I said to you. I said it's August 7th. So if it was August 28th, yeah, I'd be more concerned.
Okay.
But I just want to see. I want to see the younger guys get practice reps, and I want to see them develop, and I want to see that there's still time. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We've got the first game's not till the 13th, so they want to be ready for that game. Preseason doesn't mean anything to me, even though I want to see execution. I just want to see something. I want to see no pre-snap penalties, no stupid penalties,
Yes.
execution of a game plan and everything. I mean, but go ahead. What were you about to say?
So this week was more about Todd Monken's personality was really coming out. If you notice the stories, he the speech he gave about being being average, just being average and accepting being okay. I'm paraphrasing here. He yelled at them about the pre-snaps. And penalties, and you could just tell um, you can tell this man wants it. This is not a tanking season for him. He is not, whatever message that, I don't think this man was told, this is a tanking season. We're going for Archie. Even though Archie was supposedly making it fly at the Texas practice, I don't think this man is going for that.
They were saying the same thing about Julian Sand at Ohio State. So, whoever, but I'm going to say this based on what I'm hearing from reports. I'm going to watch the quarterbacks myself tomorrow. I would think it's a safe bet that they're looking to draft a franchise QB next year. I think it's a safe bet. I know Watson's not going to be here next year. Shador probably will be. He was a 5th-round pick. He's not a major investment. If he comes out this year and goes crazy and he looks great, he's another Brock Purdy. They might not. But I'm saying, if I was a betting man, I would definitely say, we're for sure going to be drafting a quarterback next year. I think if it also, there's so much between now and then that can happen or not happen. So let's.
So you have the floor. I want to hear, what are you looking for tomorrow at camp?
Execution. No pre-snap penalties. Want to see good plays. I'm glad. I'm think that's encouraging that people are mad that we're throwing interceptions, but I'm seeing our defense create turnovers. So it's kind of like that double-edged sword. I do want to see good quarterback play, and I want to see good wide receiver play, because the thing was, we did not have a whole lot of how can I put it, a whole lot of playmakers on the outside, because Harold Fainin was pretty much it last year. When we were, I remember when he got hurt in the Pittsburgh game, our offense didn't really do much after that, even in the Cincinnati game. So we had to, you know what I mean. We had to figure it out, and I think now with the draft picks, I want to still see that. I want to still see what's going on with, I still want to see the development. I still want to see the plays being made. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now. I don't know. What do you? I mean. I don't want to read too much into the quarter, because they're doing the charts and they're doing all this stuff.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm like, there's so much that's going on with that. So, but we as fans get wrapped up in a quarterback competition that's going to be meaningless next year. There might be a quarterback competition next year with the draft pick and Shador. So it's all going to be the same old bullshit, and they're trying to read into everything the coach says, or who gets what reps, and who should be doing this and who should be doing that. And then there's Todd Monken, the right guy for the job. Well, like it or not, he's the guy. So, I mean, whatever you want to do or say. So, but is there anything that you want me to look for? How about that?
Okay. Definitely, I would like for any sign that Todd is leaning towards QB1.
Who do I think he's going to lean towards?
Yes, I would love for you next Friday to say you have an idea of who's he's leaning towards. I like you to be able to say who Shador trusts. Does he appear to have an O-line does he look comfortable? Does he have an O-line he can trust? And we know that this is just this is practice, whatever. I want to know, does he have a left blind side that he can trust? Because that was the biggest thing. This is all about the O-line. DeWatt Jones, is he healthy? Is he stable? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really, really need that,
I also...
So that's what I want to know. Does he have a left blind side he can trust?
Oh, wow.
How does he look?
Top of the 6th inning, Cleveland 8, Chicago 1.
Okay.
And I
Let's
left.
call
I
it.
stopped watching the game, started getting ready for the show, and it was in the third inning, and Cleveland was leading 2-1. So now it's like, oh,
Okay.
yeah. So it's a
Let's
big
call
innings.
it.
Yeah, let's call it. We could. I wouldn't yet. I wouldn't yet. Not safe
Yeah,
to
I
call
know it's
anybody.
Cleveland.
It's
You know,
it ain't over till it's over.
we're
It
Cleveland.
ain't over. Yes, we are. Well, here's
Uh-huh.
something else. That's something else I was going to talk about later too, because I was talking to somebody from Massachusetts
Mm-hmm.
this week, and they were like, "Well, are you Cleveland, huh? So you're a Browns fan?" I said, "Yeah." And the first thing they said was, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I didn't get mad. I didn't get mad. I just went, "Why?"
This is the second time that has happened to you now.
Yeah, and I just go, "Why?"
This is the second time this happened to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, and I just said why, and then they get quiet. We go, well, he goes, well, you guys have struggled. I said, well, yeah, who doesn't? Who doesn't? I said, do you know the
Yeah.
whole? I said, do you know the whole story from like over 30 years ago? And they don't. Most people don't know what
Don't,
happened.
don't. Like I
There's
tell
young
people
people
about
today
St.
that don't know what
Louis.
happened.
Uh-huh.
They don't know what happened, and
They don't know.
I'm like, yeah, we're the only team in the history of sports that had the move announced in the middle of the season. And the reason why it was announced in the middle of the season while we were tied for first place was because the next day we were voting on remodeling the old stadium. And I think the owner, and I would say this, I believe that he did this. They won't ever admit to it. But Art Modell believed if he announced the move, people weren't going to vote for that.
Yes, he
Well,
timed it. He timed it so that to put a wet blanket on the voting, so we wouldn't even get up to go out to vote.
and people
Yep.
got up and went out anyway. And we scored
Yep.
80-20. It passed
Word of
80-20.
mouth.
80-20. Okay, so then that happened. We took him to court because he still had 3 years left on the lease.
Hmm.
And it's like, didn't you like plan this? Didn't you have a legal team talk to you? Like, could you have planned this out? Could you have done this? So he basically said, all right, they came up to him, the Art Modell, the Browns, in the league in the city of Cleveland came up with a deal where he can leave and go to Baltimore, start a new team where we kept the Browns' history, colors, and I mean just and tradition, everything. Everything stayed in Cleveland. The
History,
Cleveland
color.
Browns never moved. They just paused 3 years, and then we were given an expansion team called the Cleveland Browns. So really, yes, that's what happened. Plus, oh well, he won a Super Bowl in Baltimore after he practically sold the team. He had to sell the team to do it. He came up with a deal. So don't rewrite history saying, oh, it's because no, he sold the team to do it. Yeah, and Ozzie Newsome running that team helped too. But that's neither here nor there. I was just trying to explain. And we were given an expansion team in September of 1998. Took the Carmen Policy, Al Lerner ownership group. 10 months, and they had to have the team put together and ready to start training camp by July of 1999. They were given basically 10 months
10 months.
to do this, which was insane.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what happened? They took a while. It took a while to get over that hump. Plus, that stadium was torn down and rebuilt on the same spot, which was a landfill. It was a dump. That's what it was. The stadium was designed and built in a rush. So here we are. Okay, almost 30 years later, and we're going to be opening up a new stadium in 2029. And I like the core of talent that we have, which I want to see how these guys look. The draft picks, I want to see, the second year guys. I want to see what they're saying. Everybody's talking about how good Emmanuel McNeil-Warren looks. Everybody's talking about how good the receivers look. Spencer Fano is holding his own against Jared Verse. I'm hearing these things. Or Fano. They call him. Is it Fano? Is that how you pronounce it now?
Fano.
Josh? Fano. Okay, Spencer Fano. I'll pronounce his name correctly. I should. No, but this is what I'm saying.
We got time. We got time.
Well, this is what I'm. This
That's
is what
what
I'm hearing. I
preseason's
want to
for.
see it. I want to see what I'm hearing. There's inconsistent quarterback play, and I heard this term today, which was like it's a low floor and a low ceiling for quarterback. We already know. what we probably have. Is Shedeur good enough? We'll find out. I mean, could he be? He could. Doesn't mean he's not. I personally think Watson is what he is. So I don't have anything against either of these guys. I hope they succeed. I want them to succeed, but I'm also looking at the reality of it, knowing that, hey, if we're a 7, 8, 9 win team this year, that's considered a successful season. They're trying to win games this year while rebuilding. So
the thing that drives me crazy is the preseason is when you want to know your problems. You want to know so Watson, Watson has like 8 interceptions or something, this preseason time. Yeah, maybe Watson is struggling, but this is the time to work this out. This is the time to know your problems. Hopefully you don't go into the season with these same issues, but this is the time to work this out. I'm glad they're going against a tough defense. I'm glad the defense is standing up. I don't want the defense to stand down.
Right.
If we can survive this defense, we got it. This quote, this happened this week. Help me out here. Supposedly, they'll be so happy if they'll get a defense coordinator said if they'll be so happy if they have Shedeur. ESPN Cleveland, and I retweeted. They'll be so happy if they have Shedeur. I retweeted it as bulletin board material for Shedeur and Spano, and I tweeted at the guys. Take it what you will, a lot of this is just preseason talk, but and then a lot of people were talking about how he was doing a lot of check downs in practice, and in practice you don't know what that guy is doing behind the scenes.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the thing is too, I'm hearing stuff about the ball hawking safety play of Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. I'm hearing things about, that the Emmanuel McNeil-Warren was a MAC player. He's from Toledo. Mm-hmm. So a lot of NFL people didn't take him seriously, which is why he fell to where he did. He would have been, if he was like at one of the power conferences, if he was like from a Big Ten school or an ACC school or somebody or an ACC school, okay? Like if it was like Florida State or if it was Alabama or if it was Ohio State, he would have been easily a top 20 pick, easily. Mm-hmm. Instead, he dropped to 53 and the Browns took him, and I think he was the steal of the draft. I went, I got a lot of good responses, a lot of positive, I should say, responses about the take that I gave about the analytics of draft picks and hitting on draft picks, especially your first and second round picks, because those are considered your premium picks. Those are your ones that you're supposed to do well. If you hit on a third round pick, great. If you hit on a fourth, wow. I mean, it's rare. I mean, talking like getting a second contract to them, it's rare. But these guys, I was pointing out, like, look who we have under contract now. Look who's here. Look who has the potential to be here.
Yes, I mean, that breakdown was great.
Yeah, I don't think anybody ever understood. Like, the thing is, the big question mark is they've got to figure out quarterback. Well, yeah, that's true. I'm not saying they did. I'm saying I think I even used that caveat. I said if they get the right quarterback, yeah, we'll be good. And the best case scenario is that Shedeur steps up and he's the guy. Mm-hmm. That's the best case scenario. Okay? I think the worst case scenario is that Deshaun steps up and he's the guy. So I'm kidding. No, he won't step. Yeah. No, I don't say that. I think
I like the comment. Take a look at the comment, McLair.
Which comment?
2 seconds ago, McLair. McLav.
Let me see. What is he saying? Oh, here it is. All we need is average quarterback play and we can win some games. Yeah, we had mediocre, if that. Yeah, we didn't have average quarterback play. I think the average quarterback play we got, and it might be the closest to average we got was Shador. Would that be a good way to put it? Because
Yeah.
I said he excelled
Towards the end of the season.
and he excelled in practice, and he excelled too in the 2-minute drill because he didn't look. We couldn't do anything in Cincinnati until the last drive of the game. We drove and kicked the field goal. We only generated 6 points up to that as an offense. 14 of those points were scored by the defense. Actually, 14 of the 14 that we only before that point we generated 6 points total. We only generated a field goal. Before that, yeah, no, and then we ended up game-winning drive for a field goal. Yep.
We are going to move. Monken is asking a lot of these guys. The old status quo is not acceptable anymore. You will see some movement.
You're seeing.
He will make some staff changes.
You're seeing a lot of the practices are a lot more physical. They're more taxing. There's more accountability. I mean, that's
the word.
Let me see. Agree. And Shador was thrust into starting, really no reps with first team. Yeah, it's true. You only so many reps to go around. You had to get Flacco ready. And Flacco, people were complaining about Flacco going to Cincinnati. He won one game with them, and that was against the Steelers on a Thursday night in Cincinnati. And the Steelers never win on Thursday night. On the road on Thursday night. They have a horrible record for that.
I think it's just the Ravens. I think for once, because I've always mentioned how the AFC North is hard. I think this season, for once, I think our AFC North is up for the taking. Okay. I think I'm only worried about the Ravens. I really am.
Yeah. I mean, Cincinnati's going to have a good offense, but injuries can hit anybody.
Yeah.
And it can happen. You don't sound too worried about Pittsburgh.
No.
Okay.
No.
May I ask why?
I want us to. We're going to split Pittsburgh or sweep it. No.
We do split with them usually, yeah. And I think the home game on Thursday night is very winnable. The game in Pittsburgh, they're coming back from London the week prior.
Oh, let's sweep them. Let's sweep.
I mean, if we did that this year, it would be something else. So, first time since 1988.
I am still upset about this. We won our greatest win ever, the snowball game, the snow globe game.
I was there. I was
James. That was a wonderful game. It was never really. It was given like an afterthought on their Inside the NFL show. They didn't really chronicle it. No, the AFC Hard Knocks show. Remember when Hard Knocks did the AFC North?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they didn't really talk about it. I watched it. They didn't really talk about it. They didn't really highlight it. They showed like barely 2 snowflakes from the game. I will forever. I want that mentioned at my funeral. How Posh was upset. They didn't acknowledge. It was no acknowledgement. Really, it barely showed any snowflakes from the game. There
was no snow, and it started snowing during the game, and it just came down.
It just came down. Flakes.
Yeah, it was like Thanksgiving last year in Cleveland, where we were. There was no snow when we got to my parents' house, and then by the time we left, there was a lot of snow and there was a lot of traffic.
You told me the story about how it took forever for you guys to get home. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because the plows weren't out. They weren't ready. They weren't prepared. It was just one of those things, and all I remember was just like, just get home. Just get home.
I'll never forget. You guys had to like go into a gas station and regroup. Yeah. I'm like, darn it.
But we weren't the only ones doing it. A lot of people were doing it. It was like, okay, and she pulled up the Waze app. We were looking, okay, we could go this way. Because the one way we went, we live in a different house now in a different part. So we've moved since then. So, but we were able to do that. I was going to say, just as a reminder that in Ohio, especially Northeast Ohio, that lake effect snow can hit you out of nowhere. And after 2028, that's not going to be a factor anymore. Going to game unless you're traveling, like driving to games and stuff. So that's about it. But yeah, that snow globe game was fun. It was fun to be there, and it was fun to beat Pittsburgh. So that was fun. The last game of the season at home last year was the last two games we won. Two games in a row. We beat Pittsburgh at home. We beat Cincinnati on the road. And beating Pittsburgh at home. And if we would have lost those two games, we would have drafted Mendoza, the first overall pick. We would have gotten the first pick overall. So.
And what's the status of Mendoza still?
Yeah, well,
not to say that he doesn't, that may change. It's beginning of the season. It's still like you said.
They're going to start Kirk Cousins. That's why they brought him in, because they could bring him along. So they're not going to just throw him into the fire. He's probably going to be starting by the time he gets here. I think there's something else that we haven't been talking about. And last year, Quinshot Judkins did not have a training camp. He didn't play the first game of the season. He's here. He's training camp. He's healthy. He looks great. I think a lot of our offensive success will be indicative of us being able to run the ball.
Yes.
And being able to have an effective run game. And him being healthy and productive is going to go a long way.
Yes, that's
so.
Yes.
I guess you feel the same way.
So, yeah, that is going to help. That is really going to help Shedeur and whoever becomes our QB1, being able to have different tools like Keyshawn, and that's really going to help.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. We'll have different tools to be able to have the, because I heard the running backs look great. I was also hearing that that just that the running backs look great, the receivers look good. Just it's like the line looks better. They're struggling because obviously this defense is really good. Wow, this McLaurin is just really 11-6 this year. I hope they go 11-6. AFC North champions. Okay, I'll take it. Playoffs, host a playoff game. Stefanski didn't know how to use Sampson either. Dylan Sampson. Yeah, yeah. It just seems like the running backs look better. They're doing a lot. They're doing a lot more focusing on running the ball, and I think that I just look at it like, guys. I mean, let's be realistic too. This quarterback competition, I think, is more fodder for people like us to talk about it. It's kind of like, or the radio.
We're beyond.
It'll play itself out, and
like you said, it won't even be like this next year. Next
it's
year,
going to be a totally different story.
Totally different.
Next year. Completely. So, what? Go ahead. Talk about the Aviators that joined the team. Anything specific on them?
Yeah. So the Aviators that joined the team. Defensive tackle Patrick Jenkins.
I gotta take a quick break. You go right back. You do your thing. I'll be right back.
Okay. So Aviators. There's some Aviators. Columbus Aviators. So those you don't know, Spring Football League is on its off season. I'm going to be going to the UFL, which is known as Spring Football League, which happens March through June. And the newest market that happened in Columbus, Ohio, the Columbus Aviators, there are a couple of players that have now going to be playing for NFL teams. So for those of you who don't know, a lot of the UFL team players, they hope to try out to be on the NFL. Our kicker, the Browns kicker, Andre Schmidt, he is definitely showing how he is a dedicated player. We definitely used him for a win at the end of the season. Just dropped a couple of hours ago, defensive tackle Patrick Jenkins, released by the Jets. He's on the Browns now. Wide receiver Rock Taylor is on the Browns. And here, I just want to shout out another player, not on the Browns, but DJ Miller, from the Aviators. He's on Buffalo Bills. Now this weekend I'm excited that I'm going to be what's called one of the UFL showcases happening here in St. Louis. As you know, I'm from Cleveland. I'm from Cleveland originally, my hometown. I've been living here in St. Louis so 5. But I'm telling the guys, I've been going into the fact I'm going to attend one of the UFL showcases here in St. Louis. The UFL showcases, guys, is where players will pay a fee, which is kind of controversial, but they will pay a fee and they will try out to be on the UFL. They'll try out to be on the UFL. And that is taking place. There's several that are happening around the country, and that's taking place this weekend here in St. Louis. So I've already contacted wide receiver at JREC. I retweeted him earlier today. Be sure to look him up, and I will be interviewing him, and also I want to try to interview some other players too, a couple of other players too, this weekend at the UFL showcase happening here in St. Louis.
Cool.
Get
Awesome.
their story.
Yeah, I wanted to tell a quick story too, because 2 years ago I went to training camp, but I had my daughters with me. So I didn't really have a chance to watch the practice because they wanted to do all the other fun stuff. So I'm like, so this time it's just me.
Okay.
It's just me. And Final Boss Flex is commenting saying he's looking forward to the interviews. Posh, good.
Oh yes, Flex will be going with me, acting as a cameraman for me.
Please do a good job there. We appreciate it. Appreciate all the interviews. Appreciate all the stuff. So I plan on making sure I watch the practice, and I'm looking forward to seeing people there with Brown's Twitter. Next week we're going to be previewing. They're going to Chicago for the first preseason game. I think you'll see Watson start the first one and Shador start the second one. By the third preseason game, we will have a season starter named. And people are going to talk and ad nauseum, does this guy deserve it or doesn't he deserve it? It's going to be people calling up Ken Carman and Anthony Lyman complaining about everything. So if you can wait online, if you can wait on hold for a sports call-in show, you need to find a hobby. You need to do something else with it. But then again, they do their thing because that's their job. Their job is to get people to call in and engage. It's a sports call. It's sports talk radio, sports call-in.
Are you talking about ESPN Cleveland?
I'm talking about 92.3 The Fan. ESPN Cleveland does the same thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
ESPN Cleveland does the same thing. Yeah, that's their job. Like, that's Tony Rizzo and those guys. It's their job. They're supposed to do that, which is fine. I don't mind engaging with fans and talking to them about it, but with that being said, I'm not just going to ask questions just to ask them. I'm going to be like, let's actually think about this. Let's really put in some thought. So really, I just want to see good football. I want to see good execution. That's really what I want to see. I want to see a team that looks like they're competent and they can win some games, which I'm hoping that we get past that 5-win mark this year to show growth and success. So I think with the schedule, I think they can. I mean, we'll see. I'm not making predictions or anything because I'm usually wrong when I do that. So, but we'll have to wait and see. I wish you guys were coming. That would have been great. But I'm glad. I'm going to get the chance to see Ethan. I'm going to get a chance to watch the team. So there's people I'm going to get a chance to meet up with, and I appreciate it. Go ahead. Anything else going on that you wanted to get to? Because we're almost at 40 minutes. We're almost at 30.
Yep, the UFL showcases. Look for me. Follow me, guys. _Square Clevelander. Look for me. That's going to be out this week. The UFL players, and also just another reason to watch football this season. Look how the UFL players are making a difference. That Hall of Fame game that was yesterday. Keyshawn Quentin Newsom, I'm not saying his first name right, but Newsom had that great punch out. He's a former UFL player. That definitely made a difference. So the UFL is here to stay. The UFL is here to stay. It's not just, little NFL. It's, they're making a difference.
It's a developmental league. It's a good idea.
Yes.
I mean, guys that are in between that college and NFL can get a chance to develop their skills, hone in on some skills, maybe get some seasoning in the professional sports. It's something. It's there. So, anyway, I wish there was more to be said, but I want to see the draft picks too. I just want to say, hey, I really do appreciate what everybody does when they join us, they comment, and the audience. Thank you guys so much. I really, we take the analytical look at this, and I use the numbers and I use the stats. And if you think about it, we had like a top 3 defense last year, but we had a bottom 3 offense. Without Miles, could we still be top 10?
Yes.
Could we be a top 15 offense? Could we
The
be
way it's
middle?
looking in the practice, yes.
Could we be middle of the road offense? So just by that alone, you're thinking that's worth 8 wins. That is. I mean, it can be. So we should see. And like I said, if we beat Pittsburgh twice in that process, that's even better. If we beat Pittsburgh twice and they don't make the playoffs, people are going to be jumping off bridges in the Three Rivers. So, I would challenge any NFL fan base, much less the fan base in Pittsburgh, to go through what we did for the last 30 some odd years. Nobody's done it. Nobody has done. Nobody's been put to the test as much as Cleveland Browns fans, and we show our loyalty to a fault, maybe, but we do show our loyalty. That's why when I hear people say the things they say, do the things they do, and basically shit on the team and the city, when there's no business on doing that. No, there isn't. If you think about it and you look at what we've done, it's like, really? It's like being married for like 30 years and be like, and then shitting on your marriage. It's stupid. It's dumb. I've been married for 13, and I still would never talk that way about my wife. So that's
This week, Lake Erie named one of the top lakes. Healthiest lakes. Healthiest lakes, top lakes this week. No more mistake on the lake. You know what I mean? One of the healthiest lake. We brought,
Gee, did they think of that all by themselves, calling a mistake by the lake? Really?
Exactly. Sadly, our Cuyahoga River caught fire, but because of chemicals. Because that happened, though, the EPA and laws were changed.
Who's Poe?
We changed that.
I think he's saying posh. So I
He's
saw
saying
that
posh.
too. It's POH. That's like,
That's what he's saying. He's saying posh.
Okay. He's saying posh.
But because of that, the world listened. Because of that fire, though, the world listened. The world changed. The laws were changed to create the EPA, to care about the environment. It changed, and now the total reversal. That's the reason why we have those mayflies, guys, is because of the healthiness of the water.
You're talking about the midges, the gnats?
The midges.
They're called Canadian soldiers. I've heard them called several different things.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So back to it. So we'll see how things go in camp tomorrow and for the rest of the week. We hope that we get healthier, and we hope we get through the preseason. Looking forward to seeing the first preseason game. It's going to be a long season.
I want them to get some rest, though. I need them to rest Sunday. I want Shador's shoulder to rest. I want them to hydrate, potassium. My nurse's hat is on now. My football nursing hat is on now. But I do want them to recover, hydrate, potassium, magnesium. Their muscle cells need it. So I don't want him overusing his muscles too much. So somebody tells him Sunday he needs to be at home, armed with ice, rest, and whatever, because he's been going. He has been going.
Yeah, it's called camp arm. It's called camp arm. You got to rest. Okay. All right. We're going to get ready to take this home. Anything else, Posh, you wanted to talk about before I start playing
UFL. Let's go UFL. Let's have a great camp. He's a hugger. We should reach, do not hug. Do not grab on to
Who's a hugger? Me?
Yes.
Me?
But have fun at camp.
Yeah, that's
guys.
funny. That's funny, Posh. Got people coming up to me, random strangers hugging me at the Browns camp.
Have fun at camp.
Thank you guys. Thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure.
Next Friday, guys.
I'll see you next Friday. As always, it's a pleasure. Thank you, Posh. Check her out at Posh_Clevelander. Check me out. And also check out the Sunday Stew Pot every Sunday.
Every
We're
Sunday.
going to be live Sunday. Corey and I will be live.
Live.
The Stew Spark Network.